The reason you are coming up short is because you are small timing God. You are small timing yourself when you small time God. God is such a big God. He wants to bless you with big, 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 extraordinary things. But you have to believe them, because God cannot bless you with stuff that you don't believe yourself that you can have. That's why it says, come to me with the renewal of your mind. You have to higher your frequency. You have to come into your higher self, because Christ lives in you. You have to come up to that Christ consciousness, and then your belief system could get, higher. You could be on a higher level, and you can really believe for these big things. I'm going to tell you something about myself. For so long I was so misled, of how you have to come to Jesus. You have to stop doing all the sins. You have to stop doing this. You have to stop doing that. And people really fail to tell me that it's a work in progress. That once you give everything to God and you put it at His feet, He's going to work with you. It's gonna not be an overnight thing. It's gonna be a process, and He's gonna work in you, and He is going to make an example out of you, and He is going to out of for you to tell your story so that you could show people what God did with you and what He could do with them. So it is like a win-win. You know what I mean? Don't small time God, because he's not gonna small time you, but He's only gonna bless you based on what you believe in. So you must believe bigger. Like I said, I was so misled. I thought that I had to go to God only when I fixed myself, and then that I was walking a perfect line, or that I had to stop doing everything. And I would go to Him for like protection, to make sure that my bills are paid, I have a roof over my head, we have food in our bellies. And those are basic. Those are the basic things that God is going to bless you with anyways. If God feeds the birds every single day, the birds have nothing to worry about. They don't reap nor do they sow. These birds just get up every day, and just everything is provided for them. Look at the trees. Can you count those leaves? It's limitless. There is limit. There's no limit. There's no limit to what you can have. You have to believe that, though. That's the only way that you can open up those floodgates of heaven, and God can pour those blessings upon you. Because if you don't believe these things, how can He bless you with something that you don't believe yourself? So this is why I talk about hiring your frequency, hiring your vibration, controlling your emotions, watching what comes out of your mouth. Because again, I was so misled. I went around the same mountain for so long because of this. So again, I used to go to Him for all the basic things, and then I realized, no, I could go to God for big, 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 big things. Like, if some of you don't know my story, like, I never knew my dad. I just found him last November. I just spoke to him for the first time a few months ago when we did the DNA test with him and I, because I had found my half sister. So I gave up on that for a while. I gave up, and then one day I woke up and I said, no, if you gave me this vision, it is for me. I can have it. So I started believing in it again. And I just went for it. And like I talking to my dad, it just seems so surreal. Like, we haven't had our meet yet, but we will, and that's gonna be so extraordinary. It's gonna be so emotional. Like, it's going to be like my vision just really coming into reality. And that's what you want. You wanna think such big things. You wanna think or want and just visualize such big things for yourself, because God is such a big God, and He was wealthy. He wants you to be wealthy. You wasn't born to come up in this world and struggle and go through poverty and not have enough and always be short. You wasn't born for that. You was born to have way more than enough. You was born, it's not just that 1% that could have that. It's me, it's you. We just have to believe. And more people our age and younger and even older, they are like really cracking this code, and they are really, so when you see people doing too much, it's not that they're doing too much, it's probably that you're not doing enough. You know what I mean? These people that are doing all this in their life is because they're cracking these codes. They just going for it. They're cracking the codes, baby. There's a whole code to this life. Confirmation right there. There's a whole code. You got to crack this code, and when you crack this code, you will see how your mind works with your faith and your belief, and with how your prayers are connected to the thoughts that you put out there, and the prayers, they interconnect, and those prayers will be your reality. You will be living off answered prayers. This is for you. Stop small timing God. He wants you to ask for big things. I used to ask for the basics, and he's going to do the basics for you. He's going to protect your kids. He's going to protect you. He's going to give you food on that table. He's going to have your bills paid. You might struggle a little bit, but it's still all going to get done. Because God is who he is, who he says he is, and he's always going to keep his promises. He's never going to fall short for you. He's never, sometimes, I like to say that he's never late. He's never early. He's always on time. You know what I'm saying? He's always on time, and I know you know that. He's gonna come through. You have to just higher your belief system. Ask for bigger things. Everybody has a different, a definition of success and where they want to see themselves and what they want to do in their lives and what they want to accomplish. So whatever that is for you, talk to him about it. Pray on it. Believe that you can have it. If God gave you that vision, it is yours. That vision didn't just show up in your head, just boom, bam, out of nowhere, boom, bang theory. God put that vision in your minds. He put that vision in your minds. And when you have that vision in your minds, if you can see it in your minds, you can see it in your reality. If you can see it in your minds, you can see it in your reality. So just believe bigger, ask bigger. Don't just go to God for the basics and just your regular normal needs. Go to him for the big things that you have in your heart, your deepest desires, the things that you're like, oh no, I have to wait for this, I have to wait for that, the things you're just making us. Just ask him. I dare you to be brave enough and to have the confidence enough to ask him for those big things, because they're going to come to you if you believe them. If you believe that you are worthy of it, it is yours. If you believe that you're going to get it, that's faith. Manifestation is just a new worldly word for faith. Faith is faith. Faith is believing before you see. Just believe it and 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 believe it, and don't stop believing. Don't stop believing, but stop just sleeping on your God. Stop sleeping on him, because he can bless you with big things, not just your basics. It is in you. It is not out of you. It is not on you. It is in you, and you can take that out of you and you can put it to work, and you can make your mind work for you. I will say that over and over and over and over and over again. It's such a powerful tool, more powerful than anything in this world. So just, don't sleep on your Father. Do not, shortchange yourself, because you're only shortchanging yourself when you don't put these requests onto him. Whatever you ask in his name, you shall receive it. Always remember that. If you're new here, thank you so much. If you haven't yet liked or subscribed, please do. Thank you so much. As always, God bless you. Stay prayed up, and I will catch you all next time. Bye.